Hollywood has no shortage of crime thrillers, but every so often a film arrives that feels raw, bruising, and entirely unforgettable. She Rides Shotgun is that kind of film, a dark emotional journey into the world of violence, survival, and fractured family bonds. Adapted from Jordan Harper's award-winning debut novel, the film offers a chilling yet deeply human exploration of a father-daughter relationship forged under fire. At the center of this gripping tale are two towering performances, Taron Egerton as ex-con Nate McClusky and Anna Sophia Heger as his daughter, Polly Huff. Their chemistry, their pain, their growth drive the film beyond the conventions of a crime thriller genre and into something far more profound. She Rides Shotgun begins with Nate McClusky walking out of prison. Recently released, Nate was once tied to the Aryan Brotherhood, a gang with a reputation for brutal violence. Almost immediately after his release, he is accused of committing an unthinkable crime, the murder of his ex-wife and her partner. Soon after, Nate is seen abducting his young daughter Polly from school, setting in motion a dangerous manhunt. But what looks like an open and shut case of violent ex-con spiraling back into chaos is anything but. Nate has been framed. The Aryan Brotherhood, furious at his betrayal, is out to kill him, and Polly is next on their list. With no one to trust, Nate must protect his daughter, clear his name, and find a way to keep her alive. This premise sets the stage for a relentless and suspense-filled story, one that shifts between shootouts, desperate escapes, and quiet, devastating moments of humanity. Taron Egerton has spent the last decade proving his range, moving from his irreverent charms of the Kingsman, the Secret Service, to the Oscar-nominated physicality of Rocket Man. In She Rides Shotgun, he goes even deeper, immersing himself completely in the skin of Nate McClusky. Egerton strips away his usual charisma to reveal a man who is dangerous, desperate, and broken, but fiercely protective. His portrayal is a study in contradiction. Nate is both hardened by his years inside and haunted by his failures as a father. The moments where Egerton allows cracks in Nate's armor and shows brief flickers of vulnerability. This is where the performance truly shines. It is without a doubt one of the most harrowing and versatile performances of his career. If Egerton anchors the film, Anna Sophia Heger elevates it to greatness. As Polly the young girl caught between innocence and survival, Heger delivers a revelatory performance. She does not need many words to convey her pain, fear, and growing strength. So much is said through her eyes. Every flinch, every glance, every tear carries the weight of a child forced to grow up far too soon. Her most unforgettable moment comes in the final scene where Polly dances, tears streaming down her face, a bittersweet mixture of triumph and tragedy. It is haunting, it is heartbreaking, and it cements her as a true star of the film. The supporting performances deepen the film's world without distracting from the central relationship. Rob Yang here as Detective John Park plays his role with quiet determination, providing both a moral anchor and a persistent presence as the law closes in on Nate. John Carroll Lynch as Hauser is chilling. Lynch has long been a master of playing characters who radiate quiet menace, and here, in a small but powerful role, he once again leaves an outsized impact. His portrayal of Hauser is terrifying precisely because he feels so real, a reminder of how evil can lurk behind calm faces. What makes She Rides Shotgun stand out is his willingness to go dark, to strip away sentimentality and leave audiences with an uncomfortable truth of violence, family, and survival. The tension is unrelenting, yet it is balanced by moments of tenderness between Nate and Polly that are as heartbreaking as they are beautiful. However, the film is not without its flaws. One of the biggest frustrations lies in the lack of backstory. While the narrative is compelling, viewers are often left piecing together details about Nate's past, the Brotherhood's reach, and the mechanics of the frame job. For some, the minimalism adds to the gritty realism. For others, it feels like an unnecessary gap, leaving the audiences hungry for answers that never fully arrive. Beneath the gunfights and chase sequences lies a story about redemption and connection. Nate is not a hero. He's a deeply flawed man, weighed down by guilt and bad choices. But in Polly, he finds both purpose and absolution. The journey is not just about survival, but about rebuilding trust, love, and family in the shadow of destruction. It is also a film about cycles of violence, about how hate, once embraced, leaves scars that cannot be easily erased. Nate's past in the Brotherhood haunts him at every turn, and Polly's future hinges on whether he can break that chain. She Rides Shotgun is a tense, deeply affecting film that will linger long after the credits roll. Fueled by extraordinary performances from Taron Egerton and Anna Sophia Heger, it transcends the crime thriller label to become a story about love, sacrifice, and survival against impossible odds. It's not an easy film to watch. It's harrowing, it's dark, and it is at times devastating, but is also one of the most powerful pieces of cinema this year. She Rides Shotgun gets a 9 out of 10. For Egerton, it is yet another demonstration of his chameleon-like range, and for Heger, it's a breakout that announces her as a major new talent. And for audiences, it's a reminder that sometimes the most brutal stories can also be the most human.